This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Fuck with your soul like ether. Show you the king you know you. Cross the belly, I prove you lost already. Ill will. I'm dropping them napalms for you today, boy. Keep my name out your freaking mouth. Now, this is the fifth response to IBFP, or whatever the fart this dude think his name is. First and foremost, dude, if you're gonna put my name in your mouth, you need to come with facts. I sat here and I broke everything down systematically to counter your nonsensical and bullshit argument. First and foremost, I told you about Mikey Garcia's dad and his brother. You want to twist that. I said, how come those two sat there and they said that Mikey Garcia, we talked with him. We contested him. We told him, hey, we didn't want this dude to take this fight. He was the one that insisted. He was the one that wanted to fight. Ultimately, the dad and the brother had to cave in. Just like, for instance, I'm going to give you another example. Adrian Broner, when he was right there being a clown and a fool that he was, being the about bullshit that he was when he was going at it toe-to-toe with Al Bernstein. You don't think Kevin Cunningham and Mike Stafford and Barry Hunter and those guys wanted to sit Adrian Broner down and say, what the hell are you doing? They couldn't do that. You know why they had to side with him? When Adrian Broner said, gang, gang. And he ultimately decided that, he was just not going to talk and his team wasn't going to talk. It's because he's the fighter. He's the boss when it's said and done. As stupid as he is and as stupid as that situation was, he basically decided for everyone that, hey, they're not going to talk. So guess what? The trainer and everyone else, assistant trainers or whatever you want to call them, they could not talk because the fighter is the boss. I use that stupid example to show you how stupid Mikey Garcia is. And his Plum and Rudy Poo fanboys, Mikey Garcia fanboys, they don't see it. They don't get it. That's how stupid they are too. The only people that watch your channel are people like you, one-sided. They one side track mind type of people. You know what I'm saying? They only have one track of thought. They can't see things. They can't see the truth. They're allergic to the truth. I'm going to say that again. They are allergic to the truth. So when you sit here and you twist my words, the proof is in the pudding. Robert Garcia, ES News. Go watch ES News a few times. He was like, man, when he first told me he wanted to fight Spence, I was like, whoa, that beast, that dude? Why? Why couldn't you take an easier fight? Why couldn't you fight, your mandatory? Or why couldn't you fight Lomachenko or Pacquiao? Those could have been easier fights. I didn't say this. This didn't come out of my mouth. This came out of his trainer, his brother, Robert Garcia. But you and all of these brain full of mush Mikey Garcia fanboys want to dance around the topic, and you guys want to come up with your own narrative. And now you want to switch it and say, oh, well, after they looked at tape, they saw that, Errol Spence is more hittable. So, yeah, it's an easier fight now. No. It was after Mikey Garcia forced their hands. That's what you guys need to admit. Then they had no choice because, again, they have to fall in line as brother and trainer as father. Because ultimately, Mikey wanted this fight so bad that if they didn't side with him, he was ultimately going to fire these dudes. They had to side with him. There was just no two ways around it. So when they sided with him, now they're all saying, yeah, Raza, Aztec warrior, Mexican stuff. We're gonna beat, Errol Spence. We see deficiencies in him. Come on, man. Ain't nobody foolish here. Nobody's delusional here. So if you're going to say what I say, stick to the facts. Don't twist it so that you can appeal to your Mexican fan base, because that's exactly what you try to do. The second point, you sat here and you said Errol Spence don't got no skills. First and foremost, and you reiterated that Mikey Garcia has the superior skills. You clearly don't know shit about boxing. Because when you sit here and say that Errol Spence got no skills, Errol Spence went to the Olympics, man. Anybody that's been an Olympian, has a good degree of boxing skills and boxing IQ. Not only that, go listen to what Kenny Porter, I told you guys that, do your research. Listen to what Kenny Porter and Barry Hunter had to say. Errol Spence was the hardest working guy. He had the highest work ethic. Kenny Porter even said that his work ethic was higher than his son's. He was the hardest working man out of that group. They were more impressed with him, and they were more impressed with his ceiling as opposed to any other fighters. This is including his own son. They were like, man, Errol Spence is special. Freddie Roach, early on in Errol Spence's career, you know, Freddie Roach was teaching that boy some things and was watching that boy in the boxing ring. And Freddie Roach was impressed with him. Freddie Roach damn near wanted to be his damn trainer. He talked about how special Errol Spence was coming up as a prospect in the amateur ranks. You know, so this is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't sit here and try to act like this man don't got no skills. Errol Spence walks people down in the high guard. Errol Spence cuts the ring off. In order for you to cut the ring off, you have to have a good degree or measure of skill to be able to do that. This is what I don't understand. How you going to sit here and negate that? Errol Spence uses lateral movement. For you idiots and you Rudy Poo, Mikey Garcia fanboys, and this IBFP, whatever the fart his name is. You guys are blind, man. You don't watch boxing for what it is. You guys are not. I told you, go watch Errol Spence's fights. The man is stepping in and out. Then you want to compare him to the likes of Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, especially after this Manny Pacquiao fight, his stock has really gone down. It went. Mikey Garcia is really looking bad because Mikey Garcia, that's why Mikey Garcia low-key wanted Adrian Broner to do so well. You didn't see the way he was talking. Man, this is going to be a lot closer fight than you guys think, because the better Adrian Broner would have done, the better it would have made Mikey Garcia look. Now you got a whole bunch of people, including some Mexican boxing fans, that are starting to question, damn, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I see some of the posters on my videos. Cats are now backtracking like, hey, I ain't going to lie, man. I'm going to have to admit, you know, I don't know, man. Errol Spence is going to probably kill this dude, man. Because they see, if Mikey Garcia couldn't even drop this cat and Manny Pacquiao did better against him, oh my gosh. I don't want to see what Errol Spence is going to do. People are starting to wake up and smell the coffee. Then you want to sit here and you want to turn around and act like Errol Spence is just a bobblehead. He's just going to sit there and get hit. He has no freaking skills. Are you freaking kidding me, man? It's like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not the one on my page saying, and this is IBFP, whatever the fart my name is, giving you the most unbiased videos. No, you are the one that's doing that. I'm biased to a certain degree, just like anybody. And if people want to admit it, see, I'm man enough to step up and admit it. If anybody want to admit it, we are biased to a certain degree. But the question is, we still got to give our boxing opinions as pugilists and our boxing knowledge. And we got to keep our bias to the door and admit stuff. On my page countless times, and my fan base and a lot of people will tell you that, I have talked about Mikey Garcia as being technically sounded, having fundamentals, and can box his butt off, and has good timing. I've mentioned those things. You have failed countless times over and over again, even when I went on that Q&A and I posted what I posted to come at you directly, because that's what I do. I come at people's necks. I come at your throat. When I told you, how come you failed to mention Errol Spence, anything good about him, anything relevant about him, anything about his skill set, him being the most dangerous fight, that's what I told you, that Mikey has ever faced, because that is true. You didn't want to mention that. No, you want to mention Lipinets. Lipinets is not on Errol Spence's level. You want to mention Robert Easter. Robert Easter is even worse than Adrian Broner. He's an Adrian Broner pupil. He's worse. These are the people that you're going to compare as slick boxers. First of all, they don't even have the same style as Errol Spence. They don't have that come forward style. Why you think Derrick James and Errol Spence are so confident in their come forward style? Because they know what time it is. They know they about to lay off the smack it down on Mikey Garcia, man. They already know. They're too big. They're too strong. They're behemoth. They're mammoth. And they're coming forward. And there's nothing Mikey Garcia can do. You're not mentioning the fact, too, oh, well, Mikey Garcia, you also mentioned Mikey Garcia. You saw in the Lipinets fight, in the Adrian Broner fight, and the Robert Easter fight, that when he was in close quarters, you know, he was trying to find a way to get out. You wasn't really watching. Clearly you could see you were blind. Lipinets was putting him in the close quarters, in the inches. He was uncomfortable in those fights. That's how Lipinets was having moderate and marginal success. Lipinets just is not Errol Spence. He could not close the deal. So I don't know what fight you was watching. That's why I say these people are blind, man. These IBFP or whatever the fart these guys' names are, and his Mikey Garcia fanboys that are just brain full of mush. You guys don't watch boxing. All you want to do is come on and hate and troll on people's pages. That's all you good for. Because if you watched that fight, you would have saw Lipinets made it uncomfortable with him every time he was pressing forward and every time he kept that thing close. Mikey, it's a well-known fact. Even Robert Garcia, they always ask Robert Garcia that question. Mikey Garcia does not like to fight close. How come? Robert Garcia has said that. Yeah, that's not something that he likes to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, his strength, but we're working on it. Why would Robert Garcia say that? See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Why would that even be uttered out of Robert Garcia's mouth? Clearly, he knows that Mikey Garcia is deficient in that area, and they need to work on it. You don't see the video that they showed a day ago, 2 days ago on ES News. What did they show? A guy trying to get to him, trying to smother him, close quarters. Why is he working so much on that if that's not a deficiency? I really wonder why. Come on, man. People need to call a buck what it is, a spade for what it is, a spade. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is the clown that want to sit here and try to come after me. Dude, I'm coming for your neck. You getting ethered. You getting murked today. Then the last point, when you mentioned about Max Kellerman and Teddy Atlas and all of these other guys. When I mention these guys, it's the point that I was trying to make. It's overwhelmingly in Errol Spence's favor. All of the experts, boxing experts that are mentioning them. I didn't sit there to say that because, he knows his sport, goes by what these guys say. I am nobody's pupil. I don't follow nobody like that. Just like you, I have what's called the eye test. I look at boxing for what it truly is. You know what I'm saying? Me and you have critical eyes. We can see things that other people can't. That's the only credit you're going to freaking get. But where you get debunked and you get put to sleep here is the fact that you want to sit here and negate what I'm trying to say from an eye test perspective. Boxing is all about the eye test, man. I got the eye test. I watch everything that's going on the ins and outs of the square circle. I don't need these pugilists and all of these experts to tell me what I already can see. It's obvious. In modern history, we saw Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. What ended up happening? This messed up Rigondeaux's stock. We saw Kell Brook versus Triple G. What happened to Kell Brook? Broken orbital sock, eye. We saw Amir Khan versus Canelo Alvarez. He still has not recovered from that knockout. And I don't think he ever will recover. The fact of the matter is when a very good small guy fights a very good big guy, the very big guy wins. That's over a 95 percentile win ratio. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So get your freaking facts straight. You know, I'm sick and tired of these people want to come on my page, want to say all this nonsense, spew this nonsense against me. Boy, you better keep my name out your mouth. Fuck with your soul like ether. Show you the king you know you. Cross the belly. I prove you lost already. Ill will. I got that shit that you need to learn though. That ether. That shit that make your soul burn slow. You've been officially napalmed. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.